Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into a fascinating and mysterious piece of American currency that could turn your pocket change into a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting into the hobby, you're going to want to hear every detail about this remarkable find, because this is no ordinary quarter. We're talking about the 2015 United States Kisatchie National Forest Quarter, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors all across the country. Now, you might be thinking, what could possibly be so special about a quarter from 2015? Well, you're about to find out that this coin, minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, holds secrets that make it one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in modern U.S. history. Let's begin with the backstory. In 2015, the U.S. Mint released a series of commemorative quarters as part of the America the Beautiful program, which featured different national parks and historic sites from each state. For the state of Louisiana, the chosen site was the stunning and wild Kisatchie National Forest. This forest is a symbol of natural beauty, rich history, and untouched wilderness, and the quarter that bears its name reflects that perfectly. The design on the reverse side of the coin features a wild turkey in mid-flight, wings fully spread, soaring over a long-leaf pine tree. This dynamic image is not only a tribute to the diverse wildlife found in Kisatchie National Forest, but also a symbol of freedom, strength, and resilience. The artwork is intricate, bold, and uniquely American. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, classic and timeless. What makes this coin so incredibly special? It's not just the beautiful design. What truly sets it apart, and what has collectors buzzing, is the presence of rare minting errors and extremely limited high-grade examples. You see, while millions of these quarters were struck for circulation, only a tiny fraction of them were made with the precision and perfection that collectors crave. Even fewer were struck with unintentional, yet highly collectible, minting mistakes. Some of the most sought-after Kisatchie quarter errors include double die obverse or reverse designs, off-center strikes, die cracks, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. These types of errors happen during the minting process and are not supposed to leave the mint. But when they do, they create coins that are truly one-of-a-kind. Imagine holding a coin in your hand where the turkey's wing is doubled, or where the inscriptions are slightly off-center. These quirks, while considered imperfections by minting standards, are exactly what makes them rare treasures in the world of numismatics. Collectors love them because they're like a hidden chapter in the story of American currency, unexpected, rare, and impossible to fake. But there's another layer to the Kisatchie quarter's growing fame, and that's condition. If you happen to own one of these quarters in perfect uncirculated condition, especially one that's been graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC as MS-68 or higher, then you're holding something far more valuable than just 25 cents. You're holding a collector's dream. And here's where things get even more exciting. A very limited number of these 2015 Kisatchie quarters with ultra-rare error features and perfect mint state grading have been sold at astonishing prices in private sales and coin auctions. These coins are so rare that they've become prized possessions in top-tier collections. How much could one of these remarkable coins actually be worth? Are you ready for this? A single 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter with a rare error and in pristine condition has been reported to reach a jaw-dropping value of $79,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $79,000 for a quarter that could easily be mistaken for regular change by someone who doesn't know. What to look for. The next time you're sorting through your spare change or going through an old coin jar, take a second look. You might just be holding one of the most valuable quarters in circulation today. Check for minting errors. Look for signs of perfection. Because the hidden value in your coin collection could be more than just sentimental, it could be financial. Top 2, we're uncovering the story behind a coin that may be hiding in your change right now. It's one of the most unexpected treasures in American pocket change, the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter. Yes, that's right. A simple quarter minted just 2 decades ago could actually be worth a small fortune. But before we reveal just how much this coin could be worth, let's explore what makes the West Virginia State Quarter such an incredible piece of history and why collectors are going crazy over rare versions of this coin. Back in 2005, the United States Mint released the West Virginia Quarter as part of its legendary 50-state quarters program. This coin was designed to honor the rich history and natural beauty of the mountain state. And wow, did it deliver! The reverse side of the coin features the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the longest steel arch bridges in the world and a true engineering marvel. The way it curves across the steep canyon of the New River is more than just a symbol of modern craftsmanship. It's a tribute to human ambition and the rugged beauty of Appalachia. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the classic image of George Washington on the obverse, a reminder of the enduring legacy of American coinage. But as beautiful and historic as this design is, it's not the artwork that has collectors buzzing. It's what you can immediately see, the rare errors and incredibly preserved specimens that make this coin an unexpected jackpot for sharp-eyed collectors. Let's get into what makes the 2005 West Virginia Quarter a hidden gem. While millions of these coins were minted, only a very small number contained critical minting errors that slipped past quality control. And those errors? They're what transformed this common coin into something extraordinary. Some of the most sought-after mistakes include double die errors, where the lettering or images appear slightly duplicated due to a shift during the minting process. These doubled features might show up in the word West Virginia or in the delicate lines of the bridge itself. Then there are off-center strikes where the entire design is visibly off-balance. This kind of error makes the coin instantly unique and highly valuable. You may even find coins with clipped planchets, cuds, or die cracks, all signs of flaws that occurred at the U.S. Mint during production. Now here's where things get truly exciting. Collectors around the world are not only searching for error coins, they're also obsessed with condition. If you have a West Virginia Quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC, you're looking at a coin that has serious investment potential. Remember, most coins enter circulation immediately and get scuffed, scratched, and worn down through daily use. But a perfect or near-perfect version of this 2005 quarter is incredibly rare. Combine that with a striking mint error, and suddenly, you're holding a coin that doesn't belong in a pocket or a piggy bank. It belongs in a glass case at a numismatic convention or a collector's vault. What makes this story even more thrilling is how many people overlook these coins. They sit in jars, drawers, and glove compartments, forgotten and mixed in with everyday change. But not for long, because more and more collectors are realizing that this little coin could be worth more than most people earn in an entire year. So, what is the highest reported value for a rare, error-filled, and uncirculated 2005 West Virginia Quarter? Hold on to your seat, because one of these incredible coins has been valued at an astonishing $77,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 25-cent piece, possibly lying in your loose change right now, could be worth $77,000. That's the power of rarity, condition, and historical demand. So, here's your next move. Check your coin jars, look through your collections, and pay close attention to every quarter that passes through your hands. You never know when you'll come across a piece of history that could change your life. Top 3, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most breathtaking quarters ever minted in the United States, and one that might just be hiding in your change right now. You're about to discover the secret behind a coin that's not only a tribute to natural beauty, but also a possible goldmine for those lucky enough to spot the right one. We're talking about the 2014 Arches National Park Quarter from Utah. Yes, a simple 25-cent coin that could, under the right circumstances, be worth far more than you ever imagined. Let's begin with the story behind this incredible piece of currency. The Arches Quarter was part of the celebrated America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched by the U.S. Mint to showcase the nation's most iconic national parks and landmarks. When Utah's turn came, the choice was obvious: Arches National Park, home to over 2,000 natural stone arches, including the legendary Delicate Arch, which takes center stage on this coin's reverse design. The image is absolutely stunning. The Delicate Arch, rising majestically from the rugged Utah landscape, is framed by the snow-capped La Salle Mountains in the background. The artist captured not just a symbol of Utah, but a natural wonder recognized around the world. Flip the coin to the obverse, and you'll see the enduring portrait of George Washington, timeless, strong, and rooted in tradition. But this coin's appeal isn't just artistic, it's historic, and potentially incredibly valuable. What makes the 2014 Arches Quarter truly special in the eyes of collectors isn't just its design. It's the presence of extremely rare minting errors and the ultra-limited number of flawless, high-grade examples that elevate this coin from ordinary to extraordinary. Now, let's talk about the kinds of rare errors that have been discovered. Some collectors have reported double die errors, where parts of the design, like the arch, the date, or the words arches and Utah, appear double due to a shift during the minting process. Others have found off-center strikes, where the image is not perfectly aligned, or die cracks, which appear as thin raised lines running across the surface of the coin. Then there are the struck-through errors, where a foreign object got in the way during minting, leaving a bizarre and one-of-a-kind imprint on the coin. These are not just flaws, they are unique characteristics that turn a regular coin into a coveted collectible. And here's where things get even more exciting. If you happen to find one of these arches quarters with a rare minting error, and it's in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, you're not just holding a quarter, you're holding a miniature masterpiece worth a fortune. Condition matters more than anything in the collector world. Most of these coins entered circulation immediately and suffered the wear and tear of daily use. Scratches, dings, and discoloration dramatically reduce a coin's value. But a mint-state example, professionally graded as MS-67 or MS-68, is an entirely different story. That kind of condition is incredibly rare and highly desirable. Collectors from all over the world seek out these coins because they're not just currency, they're a piece of American art, a snapshot of history, and a symbol of the natural beauty that defines the nation. And now comes the part you've been waiting for. How much could one of these rare 2014 Arches quarters actually be worth? Brace yourself, because a single Arches National Park quarter, with a rare minting error and preserved in pristine condition, has been valued at a staggering $75,000. Yes, you heard that right, $75,000 for a quarter that might be sitting unnoticed in a coin jar, drawer, or pocket right now. This is why coin collecting is so much more than a hobby. It's a hunt for hidden treasure. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin will reveal its true value. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and maybe just a bit of luck. So here's your challenge. Start looking. Check every quarter you come across. Examine the details. Look for imperfections, unusual marks, or signs that your coin may be something more. Because the next time you hear that familiar jingle in your pocket, it could be the sound of a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 4, we're talking about the 2015 Homestead National Monument of America quarter from the great state of Nebraska. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter minted in 2015, less than a decade ago, could be hiding in plain sight. And in the right condition with the right characteristics, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start with the story behind the coin. The Homestead Quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a stunning series launched by the U.S. Mint to showcase some of the most meaningful and beautiful places in the country. Nebraska's Homestead National Monument honors the pioneers and families who helped shape the American frontier through the Homestead Act of 1862. The design on the reverse of the coin is rich with symbolism. It features a simple log cabin representing the home that every homesteader dreamed of. A water pump appears in the foreground, symbolizing self-sufficiency. And framing the scene are two hands clutching ears of corn, representing the hard work and perseverance it took to turn open prairie into a new life. But there's more to this coin than its heartfelt design. While millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, only a tiny number carry a set of rare features that make them highly desirable to collectors. And that's where things get really exciting. Let's talk about rarity. Most Homestead quarters you'll find are worth face value, just 25 cents. But a small number were struck with rare minting errors that weren't caught at the mint. These error coins are not only incredibly scarce, but also wildly valuable. Some of the most famous and sought-after errors on the 2015 Homestead Quarter include die breaks, double dies, and extra material or markings that shouldn't be there. One of the most talked-about varieties is known as the snow on the roof error, where an extra chunk of metal appears on top of the cabin roof, resembling, you guessed it, snow. There are also varieties where additional windows appear on the side of the house due to a die chip, and even errors involving the water pump's handle or corn stalks that look distorted or doubled. These aren't damage from circulation. These are true mint errors, created by accident but now celebrated by collectors everywhere. And because errors are so specific, they make each coin completely unique. No two are exactly alike, but the excitement doesn't end with the error itself. The condition of the coin is just as important. A Homestead quarter with one of these rare errors, in mint or near mint condition, can be worth dramatically more than the same coin in a worn or circulated state. Coins that have been graded MS-67, MS-68, or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. Imagine finding one of these coins in your old coin jar. No scratches, no wear, and featuring a rare error that no one noticed at the time of release. That's the dream for coin collectors, discovering something so ordinary that turns out to be extraordinary. And here's the part you've been waiting for. Just how much could one of these 2015 Homestead Quarters actually be worth? Hold onto your seat, because one of these rare error Homestead Quarters, in perfect uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $73,000. Yes, you heard that right, $73,000 for a single quarter that someone may have dropped in a vending machine, spent at the grocery store, or left forgotten in a change jar. It's stories like this that make coin collecting not just a hobby, but an adventure. So here's what you should do next. Go through your quarters. Take a close look at any 2015 Homestead coin you find. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, extra metal, strange markings, and most of all, look at the roof of that cabin. That small detail could be your ticket to discovering a true numismatic treasure. Top 5. We're taking a thrilling journey deep into the heart of the Lone Star State to explore one of the most iconic and surprisingly valuable quarters in the entire 50-state quarters collection. That's right, we're talking about the 2004 Texas State Quarter, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but for those who know what to look for, it could be hiding a fortune. Now, grab a magnifying glass, pull out your coin jar, and listen carefully, because this quarter might just be worth far more than 25 cents. In fact, if the stars align and you find the right version, you could be staring at a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start with the story behind the coin. In 2004, as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, Texas got its chance to shine. And what a tribute it received. The design on the reverse side features a bold outline of the state of Texas, with a large, proud five-pointed star, symbolizing Texas' nickname, the Lone Star State. Behind the star, a rope loops around the design, representing both the state's frontier history and its legendary cowboy culture. This design perfectly captures the spirit of Texas, independent, strong, and steeped in history. It's a beautiful coin and a favorite among collectors for its powerful symbolism. But as impressive as the design is, it's what lies beneath the surface that makes some versions of this coin truly extraordinary. You see, while millions of Texas quarters were minted, only a very small number were struck with errors, flaws, or unique variations that make them incredibly rare and extremely valuable. These aren't the kind of things most people would notice at a glance, but for a dedicated collector, these little details can mean a massive payday. Let's dive into some of the rare minting errors that make the 2004 Texas Quarter such a hot item in the coin collecting world. One of the most sought after is the double die error, where elements of the design, like the star, the rope, or even the lettering, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These are extremely rare and can be very subtle, but once spotted, they dramatically increase the coin's value. Another type of error collectors look for is the off-center strike, where the entire design is printed slightly off its normal position, leaving a portion of the coin blank or oddly shaped. Then there are die cracks, where a break in the minting die leaves raised lines or marks on the coin's surface. These are like little fingerprints of a faulty minting process. There are even reports of planchet errors, where the coin was struck on the wrong metal disc. These wrong planchet coins are extremely rare and are considered some of the most exciting finds in modern coinage. But there's more. Condition matters a lot. Even a coin with a rare error might not be worth much if it's badly scratched, dirty, or worn down. But if you have a 2004 Texas Quarter that's in uncirculated, mint state condition, especially if it's graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, then you're entering serious collector territory. Collectors are constantly searching for coins that not only tell a story through design or error, but also shine with the luster of a fresh minting. A high-grade error coin? That's the dream. And if you've got one of those, the value might just surprise you. Now here's where it gets exciting. You may have seen these coins in your change without even knowing their potential. They're out there. They're real. And they are worth more than many people realize. So, how much could one of these rare, high-grade error struck 2004 Texas quarters actually be worth? Are you ready for this? A single Texas state quarter, with a rare minting error and preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, has been valued at an incredible $71,000. That's right, $71,000. For a coin you could have picked up in change or forgotten about in a drawer, that it's moments like these that make coin collecting so thrilling. Behind every ordinary coin might be an extraordinary story, one that turns a simple quarter into a historic, valuable treasure. Oh, here's your challenge. Start checking those coins. Look closely. Study every detail. Don't overlook a single quarter, because the next time you go through your change, you might just find a little piece of Texas that's worth more than most people make in a year. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover the hidden value in your own pocket. There are more treasures out there, and we're here to help you find them. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next quarter be worth $71,000.